Reports of a migrant dying while queuing outside a German refugee registration center in freezing conditions were actually fabricated. The following is a note left at the scene of his alleged death.
We mourn for you. You were 24 years old. You came from Syria. You survived so much. You did not survive the refugee center. You suffered fever, chills, and then a cardiac arrest. You died last night. We cry for you.
The truth was only revealed when police questioned the activist who posted the story on Facebook. A Berlin police spokesperson said that during questioning it became abundantly clear that there was no dead asylum seeker. Well, the made-up story still made headlines in Germany and in the mainstream media. We spoke to Peter Bistron from the Alternative for Germany party, who says that pro-refugee activists simply don't understand the danger posed by mass migration.
The pro-migrants group, is very naive. They were inviting the migrants, and we have seen in Cologne what happens. The same girls who were giving flowers to the migrants in summer, they become raped at the same place just a few months later. So this is the result. Well, the biggest problem is that the borders are still open, and the migrants can enter Germany uncontrolled. And as long as this will not be changed, nothing will change.
Meanwhile, in Vienna, there are also tensions caused by migration. Thousands gathered in the Austrian capital to protest an annual ball hosted by the far-right Freedom Party of Austria. Lizzie Phelan reports for RT.
Much of Vienna city centre is on lockdown tonight as hundreds of protesters are out again this year against the annual Akademiker Ball, which is known as a magnet for various far-right groups from around the world. There's around 2,000 protesters here today. This year the safety zone has been made larger than previous years, which were marred by violence, with protesters clashing with police, shops being vandalised. We've been speaking to some of the protesters.
Right-wing people shouldn't get a place to such a representative place like the Hofburg in Austria, and I think that's the main point why the people are here.
An international meeting of right-wing extremists. There's people from Pegida there, there's people from the Jobbik party there, and so-called Burschenschaften, kind of German nationalist fraternities. They plan how they spread the racist hate there.
Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. With refugee solidarity groups joining the demonstration and saying that refugees are welcome in Europe, and they want to see an end to what they say is a rising anti-immigration rhetoric in Europe.
Still to come here on RT International, Canada considers changing the lyrics of its national anthem. The move comes from the country's newly elected Liberal government as it tries to break away from policies of the past. That story is coming up. Plus, donation dysfunction. We look at a report claiming 1 in 5 British charities spend less than a half of their funding on the so-called good causes.